Heart fans, welcome to the fourth annual Heart of America Athletic Conference Men's Volleyball Media Day. We're so excited. We are going to be joining all 14 men's volleyball programs and going to find out what they're doing today to prep for the season and a little preview of the 2025 season. I'm Rich Linden. I'm your host and men's volleyball super fan. Right now, we are joined by first-year head coach of Morningside University, Noah Morasco Ayau, and student athlete Theron Cox. Coach Theron, how are you guys doing today, and how is Morningside?
Um, I'm doing okay. It's technically a year and a half. I did take over halfway through the year last year, but yes, I'm excited for the year. I'm excited to just get a full season to work with the boys.
Well, you know what? I was going to mention that last year you come in and it's like, well, let's just ride, but now it's yours. It's you've got the off season, the summer. How excited are you, Coach, to get this season kicked off officially?
Um, Excited is an understatement. You know, Kind of inheriting guys, but also bringing in guys. It's kind of been fun to just see the dynamic and the culture shift changed. And, you know, uh, I technically I play for the rival, so being a Morningside Mustang, I had to put a huge pile of clothes away and just switch from the blue and gold to maroon. But honestly, it's been a joy being here. It's been an honor to be their coach and kind of see the growth they've had throughout the years and kind of to be where we're at now.
Well, it certainly makes it easier when you got a guy like this student athlete sitting next to you. So tell me a little bit about Theron and what he brings to the program, both on and off the court.
So Theron, I mean, of course, he's one of our captains. He was a captain last year as well. He's a senior middle blocker from Kansas. Uh, you know, his growth as a player. I mean, freshman year they had 7 players on the team to having what we have now at closer to 20, and uh, just seeing how he's handled the situation and having a new coach come in and kind of just his growth, a two-time, you know, second team all conference and looking for a huge kind of jump this year. I've been proud of his leadership and him kind of just showing the boys that, success takes time, and that, sometimes you're going to have good years, sometimes you're going to have bad years, but it's how you respond and how all the seniors and especially Theron has responded. It's just kind of, it's an honor. It's an honor to just see that as a coach and, transitioning from a player to a coach and kind of seeing the change in view for myself, but just seeing that in them as well.
Well, it certainly makes coaching a little easier and much rewarding. So there, and let's get to you. I was excited. I heard you came from Long Island,
Yeah.
and then I'm like Long Island, Kansas. Okay, don't know where that's at. So tell me about your journey. Was there men's volleyball when you were growing up, and how did you get to Morningside?
Yeah, so Long Island is probably a town of 150, 200 people. I go to a really, really small high school, or I went to a really small high school. And men's volleyball wasn't a thing and isn't a thing still in Kansas right now. And so I originally got into it because my sister was a volleyball player and she won state my freshman year. And I was like,
Wow.
wow, so cool. And then she was my ride to school. So when she would have morning practice, I would be there at practice. So because I didn't have anything better to do because school didn't start yet. And then eventually I like got into it. The coach, uh, her name was Mrs. Baird, Coach Baird. She thankfully let me practice with them a couple of times, and that really got me into volleyball. And I spent a couple summers going to some camps, and then the recruiting process for Morningside was like a little bit weird because that would have been with a different three different coaches from Noah. So I originally knew his name was Tyson Anderson. I knew him as a head coach when I saw he applied here and got the job. I was like, oh sweet, I like this is my opportunity to chase my dreams. So I visited, got accepted, and it's just been a joyride since then.
It's amazing, man. From that small town to captain on a university, collegiate high functioning men's volleyball program. So there, senior year, I know you've probably got some goals set for yourself, some things you want to see, but also coming into the Heart of America Athletic Conference, which is arguably the strongest men's volleyball conference in the United States. Tell me a little bit about your goals, your thoughts, and what your team is doing to prepare for this grueling season, man.
Yeah, so coming into this new conference, we've played previous years against Heart of America teams, and they are tough. And it's our best competition. And I recently I've been watching some films and reliving some of those games, and those are some of the best games like to play in, the funnest games to play in because it's competitive, it's high level volleyball, it's just awesome.
It's crazy.
So coming into this new conference, personally, some personal goals I have is just to see our team come together and to unite as one. We've really been working on that both in and out of the gym, in the weight room, just different activities that we do together. Uh, and we just want to come in strong and kind of make our name known. We don't want to be a brush off the shoulder or like, oh, it's just Morningside, but we
Well,
make a name for ourselves.
you're gonna come right in. You're gonna get that chance. Well, coach, I'm looking at your schedule, and forget conference play. You're like, let's do some non-conference games. Let's go out to Arizona.
Yeah.
And it's like you're going to be taking on OUAZ and Benedictine Mesa. How much are you looking forward to seeing your team compete against those matchups before you get into conference play?
You know, I always say iron sharpens iron. I mean, the only way you can possibly get better is to play the best. And that's why I'm most excited about being in the Heart of America. And you know what it was like when the GPAC was before, when, it was the same teams. I mean, to me, it's just a reminder of what it used to be, right? It used to be Missouri Valley, Missouri Baptist, Park, Ottawa, Morningside, Briarcliff. Like that was the norm. So kind of doing that, combining it with opportunities for these boys to go to Arizona, never not being able to travel before and kind of just having that opportunity to travel and, like have those experience because those are what makes college athletes or that experience, people from all over coming together, working together, traveling together and being able to compete together. I think all of those things just only prepare us. And, we don't know what the outcome is, but it's the experience that makes us better. So we're excited for that, excited for the competition.
Well, coach, you know well enough. You played at Briarcliff. And I mean, traditionally Morningside, Briarcliff, competitors, rivals. But I'm going to say this: you're in a head coaching position of leadership now. Are there any traditions, philosophies that were at Briarcliff that you're going to bring into your coaching philosophy at Morningside?
Yeah. So, I had the honor to be coached by Trevor Sherman, someone who has just a great history of volleyball. I mean, I'm coming from Hawaii, so that was a big reason I chose Briarcliff is to play under a head coach that had come from Hawaii, went to UCLA, player of the year, two-time national champion. And what he brought every day was just, he always told us that practice should always be harder than a game, right? You should go home feeling like you gave it all in practice so that when games come, right, it's almost easier, right? And that's kind of what I wanted to bring to this program is just we have to want it. We have to work hard. And it's, I always say success is earned, but it's also borrowed, right? And that borrowing is earned every day. You know what I mean? So we can't just say, hey, we had one good practice this week. We're going to go out and play the best. No, we got to practice every day, preparing for whatever comes in front of us. And if we can get in with that mindset and combine it with what Morningside also had, what I was shocked, honestly, I'm going to say this straight up. What I was shocked walking into Morningside is despite maybe not having success early on, right? The family thing was here. Like walking into the locker room with a foundation of just leaders, right? And Theron and a bunch of our other seniors, like all I had to do was change their mindset on the approach in the game and how you prepare for the game. They had everything else, right? So they had that culture being built, especially when you go through multiple head coaches throughout your career, right? You bond with each other. That's the only thing you had, and they had that. So what I wanted to do is just change how they approach the game, and you know, the mindset when it came to no matter who it is, we're gonna go out and just give it our all, and you know, that's it.
I love it, man. There, and I can't wait. I can't wait till you see you this season shutting down that middle position, and just when you can snuff out the hope of a hitter, and you're like, you can't hit here, dude. You're gonna have to try something else. I can't wait, man. So excited. Yeah, I'm so excited for you guys. Good luck in the heart. I hope I get to announce you on court, man. I'll be watching even when I'm not announcing, man. So thanks for being on today, and let's go. Let's go Mustangs.
I'll go
Thank
Mustangs.
you. Go Stangs.
Appreciate it.